Well, we have here Kartika Anderson, who's one of our artists for the show Toward the Light. And I'm going to ask you the first question. Tell me how long. Tell me a little bit about yourself and your, history as an artist and you kind of your vision. But
Okay.
let's just start with your personal life, who you are and everything. That's probably
Okay,
the
because
most important.
that was a big long question. Well, first of all, I'm really excited to meet you, and I'm really honored to be a part of this show. I think it's a really exciting topic, transformations. So many of us have dealt with them, and I'm really excited to see what the other artists are bringing. So I think it's going to be a great show. I encourage everyone to come out and see it. I'm going to be bringing two pieces, and I'm basically an abstract artist. I started about 3 years ago. I had never had any art training. I was having my own personal crisis, kind of an emotional breakdown, and realized that I was suffering from depression, which I had my whole life probably, but never really been treated. I started seeing a counselor, agreed to go on medication, and everything started to change for me. I realized that the depression was caused by multiple factors, and I had to address each of those. But the part that I had never gotten a handle on was the chemical part. And so the medication helped me with that. But at that time, God spoke to me and he said that he wanted me to draw. And I said, well, I don't know how to draw, but I know that when he tells you to do something, he's preparing you for it. So I trusted. I went out, bought some pastel chalk and some paper, and I just started drawing. And it's, the rest is history. It
Wow.
really changed my whole outlook about life. Um, for instance, I had been a perfectionist. So many of us are. And through the art, I learned that it's a process. You just continue layering, and it may not turn out the way you expected it to, but it's still beautiful. Or it
Yeah.
may not turn out the way you expected it to, so you just try again. There are no mistakes, and I had been very unforgiving of myself in the past, and so I let go of all of that, and I'm much, much happier now. But what I use my art to do is open that conversation with other women about depression, medication, suicidal thoughts, perfectionism, all that sort of thing. And it's a great conversation. I really love talking with women about these issues.
Well, great. Can you? That's wonderful. That that puts it all together very, very incredibly. Can you say a little bit about kind of the art, the medium you use, and you say you're an abstract artist. How how do you carry out your mission as an artist through the particular medium or your particular style? Realizing we don't have a art to look at right here, but when people come to the show, and it is available on the web right now. So could you talk just a little bit about the art itself?
Sure. Well, I work mostly in acrylic paint now, um, on paper. That's my preference. I tried canvas some, but I think paper really is my preference. I love color, um, and and I think what people have said is that the art is very optimistic. The art is very happy. And that's the way it's always been, which is kind of interesting because when I started, I wasn't necessarily happy. But I think that means inside there was some hope. And that's what people see in the art, kind of a hope, a joy. And that's great because that's the message I want to send, that there really is hope, even though sometimes you really don't believe it. Because I know there were times when I didn't believe it. I said to my doctor when she started me on the medication, she's like, oh, you're going to feel blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I don't believe you. I don't believe you. She's like, okay. But I'm glad to say that, it was a tough journey getting used to medication, dealing with side effects, dealing with people's opinions of my choice, but it has been worth it. So I'm glad to be able to say that. And I talk with women about that, about the social stigma, about using medication, about dealing with the side effects, because some people just stop taking their medication because of the side effects. And that's not a good idea.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, well, that's great. And so I think that'll do it right now.
All right.